Consider the following statements. First, agricultural soils release nitrogen oxides into environment. Second statement, cattle release ammonia into environment. Third statement, poultry industry release reactive nitrogen compounds into environment. You have to select correct statements from these three statements. So let us discuss these three statements one by one. Starting with first. So agricultural soils release nitrogen oxides in environment. So we know that agricultural soils are added with various nitrogenous compounds, and also there are certain natural processes based upon which the agricultural soil may have presence of nitrogenous compounds, and these compounds may be released back into the atmosphere as activity of various microorganisms again. And that's why agricultural soils have the tendency to release nitrogen oxides into the environment. And hence, first statement is correct statement. Second statement is about release of ammonia from cattle. So cattles, they or their urine have the presence of urea, which is a nitrogenous compound. Whenever there is reaction between the cow dung or the dung of any cattle, waste material of any cattle, with urine, which consists of urea, it leads to production of ammonia. And that's why even second statement is correct statement. Right? Next, poultry industry releases reactive nitrogen compounds into environment. See, again, as a part of natural process, nitrogenous compounds are released, or reactive nitrogenous compounds are released from poultry because they are the hens or chicks that are being reared in poultry industry are living beings. And hence, third statement is also correct, and that's why answer is all of the above mentioned in option D. So we'll read this question, this statement or this explanation. Agricultural soils contribute to over 70% of nitrogen dioxide emissions from India in 2010, followed by wastewater. So it is agricultural soil which emits most of the nitrogen oxides from India, right, or in India, followed by wastewater which emits 12%, and residential and commercial activities which emits 6% of nitrogenous oxides. Next statement, nitrogen is present in the diet and it is not broken efficiently by cattle. Fine. So whenever cattle feed on any fodder, they are not able to break this nitrogen present in that fodder. As a result of that, it is excreted in the form of urea, mostly through urine. When urine and feces mix, the urea is rapidly converted into ammonia, which is then released into the environment or atmosphere. Fine. So ammonia is released as a result of the activities of cattle, and hence even second statement is correct with respect to this question. Third statement is about poultry industry, and they are emitting reactive nitrogen. So poultry industry with an annual growth of 6% recorded an excretion of reactive nitrogen compounds of 0.415 tons in 2016, which is anticipated to increase to 1.089 tons by 2030. So poultry industry is one of the source of reactive nitrogen compound, and hence even third statement is correct. Answer is D, all of the above, right? In the context of which one of the following are the terms pyrolysis and plasma gasification mentioned? So we know that in India, solid waste management is a problem. And that's why the Supreme Court of India has rightly mentioned that the solid waste management is a time bomb ticking over Indian cities. And that's why we have to find out various environment friendly methods based upon which we can address the problem of solid waste management. And bioremediation, pyrolysis, and plasma gasification can be those methods based upon which we can address this problem. And hence, plasma gasification and pyrolysis are the methods based upon which we can convert waste to energy. Right? So let us discuss these methods. Firstly, we'll discuss about pyrolysis. So pyrolysis is the method of heating organic materials such as biomass in the absence of oxygen. In the absence of oxygen, the biomass is heated. Because no oxygen is present, the material does not combust, but the chemical compounds, mostly cellulose kind of compounds in the biomass, that make the material thermally decompose into combustible gases and charcoal. So whenever we try to burn biomass in the absence of oxygen, the certain compounds present in those biomass are converted into, or they are thermally decomposed into, combustible gases and charcoal. These gases, most of these combustible gases can be condensed into combustible liquid called as pyrolysis oil or bio oil. Fine. So whatever gases that are produced as a result of pyrolysis, they can be converted into fluid, and that fluid is combustible fluid, and that is called as pyrolysis oil or bio oil. And hence, ultimately, as a result of pyrolysis, there are three compounds that are produced. First is bio oil, as we have discussed. Second is biochar, and third is syngas. So all these states, that means solid state in the form of biochar, liquid state in the form of bio oil or pyrolysis oil, and gaseous state in the form of syngas are produced during pyrolysis. And as these are the form of energy, pyrolysis is one of the ways based upon which waste can be converted into energy. Right? Next now, let us discuss about plasma gasification. So plasma gasification is an extreme thermal process using plasma which converts organic matter into a syngas. Right? So organic matter can be converted into syngas again with the help of plasma gasification, which is, syngas is primarily made up of hydrogen and carbon monoxide. So as syngas is primarily made of hydrogen, we know that hydrogen is one of the source of energy, and that's why even using plasma gasification, we can produce or we can convert waste into energy. And that's why both these, pyrolysis and plasma gasification, are the methods based upon which we can convert waste into energy. And hence answer of this question is D. Consider the following. First, carbon monoxide. Second, methane. Third, ozone. And fourth, sulfur dioxide. Which of the above are released into atmosphere due to the burning up of crop or biomass residue? That means, see, this question was from 2019, and we know that stubble burning is one of the problems that is being faced especially by NCR region, right? And as a result of stubble burning carried out in Punjab, Haryana and Western UP, the national capital region is getting polluted every winter. So the question was asked from this particular topic because the stubble, the paddy stubble that is being burned during October-November period is a kind of biomass. So, what kind of gases are released as a result of burning up of biomass or crops residue? That is the question. So, let us discuss this question. And as a result of burning up of biomass, all these gases are released. So, burning up of these residues emit gases like sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, black carbon, organic carbon, methane, volatile organic compounds, non-methane hydrocarbons, ozone, and aerosols, etc. So, the question has given methane, ozone, carbon monoxide, just a minute, carbon monoxide and sulfur dioxide. So, all these gases are emitted whenever we burn any crop residue or biomass. And these are the gases even released as a result of forest fires or wildfires, because in forest fires, what is being burned? It is the biomass, right? So, answer of this question is D, all of the above. Why is there a great concern about the microbeads? About the microbeads that are released into environment. So the question is related to microbeads. And as per UNEP, United Nations Environment Program, microbeads are those pollutants whose size is less than 5 millimeters. And as a result of this small size of these microbeads, they are not filtered out of filters that are generally used, and hence they may enter into marine environment. And as these microbeads can remain suspended in water, it is mistaken by the aquatic organisms as a food. And that's why these microbeads are used as, or they are entering into body of various aquatic organisms, and subsequently it may enter into the body of human beings as well. And that is one of the concerns associated with microbeads. And recently you must be aware of the report given by one of the NGOs in India, and they have highlighted that presence of microbeads is one of the concerns related to Gangetic region, especially Haridwar and Varanasi, where these microbeads have been found by that NGO in large amount. What must be the sources of these microbeads? See, microbeads are released into environment from two sources. First is, microbeads are used as one of the raw material for various cosmetic products. It may be face wash. So you must have felt very small, tiny kind of thing in your face wash, and that is nothing but a microbead. Fine. So microbeads are entering into aquatic environment directly through these cosmetic products, and at the same time, microbeads may be produced, which are called as microplastic, from certain plastic material and their associated degradation, right? So there are two sources based upon which microbeads are entering into water body. First is directly through cosmetic products, and second through degradation of plastic that we use generally, right? So the microbeads are harmful because they are harmful to the marine ecosystem, and that's why answer is A. Fine. So they are of the size smaller than 5 millimeters, and they are intentionally added in primary sources such as personal care product, that means cosmetic products and clothing products, or secondary sources that are formed by fragmentation of plastic over a period of time. Fine. So whenever plastic, normal plastic that we use, as a result of degradation of that plastic, see, it is not biodegradable, but due to wear and tear, it may be broken into smaller sizes. It is not biodegradable for sure, but it is broken to smaller sizes as a result of wear and tear, which leads to production of microplastic called as microbeads. And hence answer is A. In India, the use of carbofuran, methyl, parathion, phorate and triazophos is viewed with apprehension. These are the chemicals used as. So, primarily, these are the extremely harmful pesticides that are used in India. And most of the states have banned their use. So, what are these chemicals? These are the pesticides used in agriculture sector. Fine. So, the answer for this question is A. So, answer is A.